Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, I am Tami Reci Utami, a student of Sebelas 11 April Sumedang. Here, I'd like to share about my final project of Survey of British Society and Culture course. Okay guys, have you ever heard that British people have an attitude love nature? Okay, in this video, I will show about the sincerity of British people in their love of nature. First thing you should know that Britain has the largest grassland in any other country in Europe except Ireland. It's a pity when they cannot take care of their land or nature, right? So, they show how to treat their nature in one of their attitude love nature. And here I have some facts about the British people as their sincerity in love nature. First, Britain was the first country in the world to appoint a government-sponsored conservation body. The second one, British people built an area known as the Green Village. And the third, British people had a desire to live in the countryside. And the last one, Britain had many events and associations due to their nature. I will discuss this one by one. The countryside has a special place of British people in their life and culture. And here, Britain countryside. For the first is the south of Kent, or well known as the Garden of England, because you can see the beautiful villages and castles surrounding by the trees. And then the second one is the southwest. In this area, it's always being the illustration for typical English countryside. And then in these regions, show the traditional England because you can find lots of traditional cottages and houses, beautiful old churches, typical inns and manor houses can be seen as the symbol of the precious past in Britain. And the last one is the Lake District in the northwest of England. It is a mountainous area. You can find lots of lakes and small villages. So in this area, many people can be hikers or mountaineers. Besides their desire to live in the countryside, British people also show their sincerity in their love of nature by their hobby in gardening. Many of British people grow some plants because Europe's North Atlantic shore are such a great place to grow some plants, and they can build the Green Village. Many radio and TV programs are shown about the gardening in the country. Because of most popular hobbies in Britain is gardening, many people or British people make some events due to their nature. For the first is National Gardening Week, and the second one is the Great Spring Show, or it usually known as the Flower Festival. And these both events were established by RHS, or Royal Horticultural Society, that aims to build the awareness in growing some plants. And beside making some events, they also make some associations due to their nature. For the first is Resembles Scotland, at the heart of walking. This association was founded in 1st January 1935. It is the largest walkers' rights organization in Britain and aims to represent interests of walkers. And then the second one is the Youth Hostless Associations. This is a charity whose aim is to help many young people of limited means to a greater knowledge, love, and care of the countryside. And then the last one is the National Trust. This organization founded in 1895. This organization have the purpose in prevention of public access to buildings of historic and architectural interest and land of natural beauty. To keep their nature, Britain has a conservation law in their nature. For the first is the National Trust for Places of Historic Interest and Natural Beauty. Second one is Commons Preservation Society. The third is the Society for the Promotion of Nature Reserves. And the fourth, National Parks and Access to the Countryside Act. Finally, we have known about the sincerity of British people in their love of nature. But before I end this video, I'd like to make a comparison between Indonesian people and British people in their love of nature. Okay, in comparing with Indonesia, even Indonesia has a beautiful nature, but love of nature isn't become their identity. When British people wanted to live in the countryside, Indonesian people decided to live in a town or big city. almost 53.3% people of Indonesia tend to live in a big city. Because in the countryside, we still have found cases like poor facilities, and then lack of educational opportunities, and then unemployment and poverty. So people move to the town or big city to get a better life. But in Indonesia, we can also find the nature associations and nature conservation. Even love of nature isn't familiar with Indonesian people identity, but to protect and love the nature is one of the responsibilities for everyone wherever they live. It's not it? Thank you for watching my video. I hope this video can be useful and inspired. I am Tami Reci Utami. Keep spirit, stay healthy, and billahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.